Welcome to another coding interview problem breakdown. Today, we are tackling the maximum size subarray sum equals k problem. This is a classic question that tests your understanding of arrays and hash maps. We will look at how to find the longest contiguous subarray that sums up to a specific target value. Let's define the problem clearly. You are given an array of integers, which can include both positive and negative numbers, and a target integer k. Your task is to return the length of the longest contiguous subarray where the sum of its elements equals k. For example, in the array shown here with a target of 3, the subarray 1, -1, 5, -2 sums to 3, and its length is 4. A common first thought is the brute force approach. This involves checking every single possible subarray. You would use nested loops, one to mark the start and one to mark the end of the subarray. Then you calculate the sum for each. While this works, it has a time complexity of O of n squared. For large inputs, like 100,000 elements, this approach will be too slow and likely result in a time limit exceeded error. To optimize this, we need a concept called prefix sum. A prefix sum at any index I is simply the running total of all numbers from the start of the array up to that index. As you can see in the visualization, we transform the original array into a prefix sum array by cumulatively adding the numbers. Here is the magic formula. The sum of any subarray from index I to j can be calculated using prefix sums. It is simply the prefix sum at index j minus the prefix sum at index I minus 1. Since we want this subarray sum to equal our target k, we can set up the equation. Prefix sum at j minus prefix sum at I minus 1 equals k. Now, let's rearrange that equation to make it useful for our algorithm. By moving terms around, we get prefix sum at I minus 1 equals prefix sum at j minus k. This is powerful. It means that as we iterate through the array and calculate the current prefix sum at index j, we just need to look back and check if we have seen a prefix sum equal to current sum minus k before. To perform this look back efficiently, we use a hash map. The key will be the prefix sum, and the value will be the index where that sum first occurred. We store the index because we need to calculate the length. Crucially, we only store the first occurrence of a prefix sum. Why? Because we want the longest subarray. By keeping the earliest start index, we maximize the distance to the current index. Let's walk through an example with an array 1, 2, 3, and a target k of 3. First, we initialize our current sum to 0 and max length to 0. Then, we initialize our hash map with a base case, key 0 with value -1. This handles the edge case where a subarray starting from the very beginning sums to k. We iterate through the array. At index 0, sum is 1. We need 1 minus 3, which is -2. It's not in the map, so we add 1 to the map. At index 2, the sum becomes 5. We need 5 minus 3, which is 2. Not found. Finally, at index 3, the sum is 3. We check for 3 minus 3, which is 0. We find 0 in our map at index -1. The length is 3 minus -1, which equals 4. We update our max length. Here is the solution in Python. We maintain a running prefix sum and a dictionary called indices. For every number, we update the sum. We check if sum minus k exists in our dictionary. If it does, we calculate the potential max length. Then, we add the current sum to the dictionary only if it is not already there, preserving the earliest index. This solution is highly efficient. The time complexity is O of n because we pass through the array exactly once, and hash map operations take constant time on average. The space complexity is also O of n, as in the worst case, we might store every distinct prefix sum in our map. To wrap up, remember that the brute force method is too slow. The optimal strategy combines prefix sums with a hash map. By storing the first index of every prefix sum, we can instantly find the longest subarray ending at our current position that sums to k. This reduces a quadratic problem into a linear one.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.